up, Internet? This is the Pop Geek Podcast number 9, and we are talking Star Wars a little bit today.
Yes.
So I partook in Force Friday. Nobody else did.
Well, I was down at Disneyland that day, so I got to see the crowd rushing to the Disney store. That was amazing.
Yeah. And, I mean, being here in Vegas, I don't think it really had the effect that everywhere else did. And I'll put it to you this way. I got the little... the pin for being early purchaser, with the first 100 people into the Disney store to make a purchase got the pin. And I went to the store at 9:30. The store opened at 7. And yeah, walked up to the counter. It was me and my son, completely alone in the store. And they're like, oh yeah, here's the pin, and blah, blah, blah. But they had all the cool toys. I'll say the funny thing is Disney did not have, like, the guys you see here, the actual toys, the plastic toys. Disney Store had the big guys, and they had the die-cast guys. And they had some vehicles and stuff like that. But, like, I kind of expected a little different from Disney. Because, they're kids, they're toys, or whatever. Like, I'm not letting my kid play with some of these. Especially, I mean, the die-cast toy is nice. It's fully posable. And all that stuff.
That's this one right here, right? And these two characters?
Rey and BB-8.
Yeah.
And she's fully posable. You can play with it, but it's a metal toy. The thing weighs like 3 pounds. Like, it's surprisingly heavy. BB-8 doesn't really move. He doesn't roll or do anything. He's just kind of posable. You can move his head.
I did notice at the Disney Store, the ships, like the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing, were also die-cast too. So I was like, even with that, you want to play with it with your kid, and you can, because he drops it, cracks, breaks.
Right.
Break, you buy it.
Right. And the thing with Target is Target had the toys. Okay. Although I will say this, I don't know if they had BB-8 with the Spiro fully the full thing.
I want that so bad.
I know, so I'm like, and I spent quite a bit of money on this, and I'm like, maybe I should have just got Spiro, because it was $150. This is about $120, all this stuff here. But I figured for the show and everything, too, it would look a little better than just BB-8, but we could have done a half-hour BB-8.
Oh, the BB-8 Spiros looked amazing, and the fact that you can control it, makes noise, you can send messages through it, while it's all through your phone, but still, it's like, I would just love to chase my dog around with that.
It would be awesome, yeah. The other thing is, like, if you guys check us out on Instagram, if you guys don't already follow us, I have pictures of all this stuff, and I have little videos of most of it, too. It's not really review-based. Actually, now that I've had it for about a week, I'm more prepared to do review-y style, toy stuff.
Now, do these guys do anything special besides, like, look cool?
Yeah, well, the big guys talk. I can probably talk and put them near the microphone, and you can hear them. The most interesting one, I mean, everyone knows Yoda. The cool thing about Yoda is Yoda moves. Mm-hmm. Kylo Ren talks, and he has lines from the movie.
See, I think that's kind of interesting. Why would they release the toys, especially the one like that has lines from the movie, so far in advance from the movie?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you can probably leak...
But man, that toy launch was such a big deal.
Yeah.
That, like, especially him, he's the main talker of the new toys. The other stuff was all the old stuff. It was R2-D2. It was Darth Vader. Like, that was one of my complaints, too, is they released a bunch of the guys from the older films, new toys, hey, great. But I want the new guys, the new toys, and see what they look like and sound like. But yeah, with him, he says stuff from the movie. It's pretty spotty. Like, I'll do a couple of them here. I'm sure I hope we can hear it.
You know what I've come for.
So yeah, it's like, that is vague as hell. Oh, you know what I've come for.
Together, we will destroy the Resistance and the Last Jedi.
See, now that's the interesting one. Because he mentions the Last Jedi.
So we're not really anticipating to see, like, an academy where, like, all these younglings are going to be around. Because if he's talking about The Last Jedi, maybe it's...
Well, we have 3 episodes coming in the future, so I mean, there's plenty of time to work with.
And actually, episode 8 just started shooting. Mm-hmm. They said in Ireland right now. But that is kind of interesting, because as far as timeline goes, I'm not fully sure where this falls. All the characters are older, we all know that. A lot older. But he says Last Jedi. Last Jedi, at the end of the last film, is Luke Skywalker.
Right.
There's no Sith. There's nothing. There's Luke, and then they allude to Leia probably having the power as well. But in a lot of the fan fiction, I guess you can call it fan fiction, but the books that came out afterwards were all about rebooting the Academy.
Leia does have it. She just doesn't understand it, I guess. Because Luke says, my sister has it.
Yes.
So
that's right, and that's in the new trailer too.
Yeah.
They use that line.
Yeah.
But I like that his character says that he's hunting down possibly Luke.
Yeah.
And then Luke is probably going to be passing on whatever he knows.
I wonder if that shot of Finn with holding that lightsaber is going to be like a Han Solo moment where like he just picks it up. It's like, well, I'm going to try it. You know? He's not really a Jedi. You know?
Yeah, because you see him with it, but it definitely doesn't look like he's comfortable with it.
Right.
Because you see, he picked it up in one of the second movie or something. Yeah, when he splits open.
Yeah, Han Solo when he uses it to cut the bantha. Yeah.
Yeah, and he. So that's kind of interesting. That's really the only line where he says something super, that you could pick out that could be part of the movie. The other stuff he says is like, "Come with me," or "Oh, you're just a scavenger," which is clearly says something to Ren because we know to Rey. She's a scavenger who's picking up all this stuff. Just from what from the pictures, he says he's immune to the light. So again, we don't know a lot about him. He is the face of the franchise, though.
Yeah.
Which I find kind of interesting. All of the packaging is Kylo Ren. Everything has his face on it. Well, his mask on it.
Yeah, just even right here on the box, we've got the lightsaber flashing.
So that was kind of funny. We'll do Yoda. Yoda is super cool. He has like every line he's ever said in any of the movies. The other thing that's cool, he's real rubbery. And his head is rubbery, and he moves, and his face moves. His mouth doesn't move, which I think is kind of weird, but also, whatever.
Jedi Master Yoda, you seek Yoda.
So it's a lot of...
his mouth moves a little bit.
A little bit.
Like this you make. Prepare so old to your eyes.
There you go. So, but he has, I don't know how many lines. And it threw me when I first got him because he was in demo mode and he only said 4 things. I'm like, oh, he's only got 4 phrases. That's cool. But no, it's every damn line I think he said in the movies. None of the prequel stuff where he rattles on and on about
trade
politics and trade politics or whatever. So Yoda's super cool. I like him. They weren't priced too bad. They were $30 for the big guys. Rey and BB-8 were $20. Again. But I'm not going to play with that.
Yeah.
They're display toys. And I was just kind of surprised that it came from Disney. That Disney was like, hey, we're just going to run the display toys. And Target, dude, they had all these guys. No. I went to Target way after in the mid-afternoon, bare shelves. All that was left, and this is terrible, is there's always a Finn, and there's always a Poe Dameron somewhere in the store. I don't know what is wrong with Finn. I don't know if maybe he's kind of the main guy.
Oh yeah, I thought he was the main character.
But there's a lot of him left, and Poe Dameron too. No one knows who the hell Poe Dameron is. Yeah. I follow Star Wars pretty closely. Kind of don't know. I know he's a pilot, and that's what. And there's a lot of rumors that he's going to be like a Han Solo type, kind of a gunslinger. Possibly drug runner. No, he's a resistance fighter. He's an X-wing fighter.
Yeah.
And he's supposedly the best or whatever. And it's. They were bare shelves, nothing on the shelves except for a couple of pieces of nothing and a couple of the plush guys, which I got my son a plush BB-8, which is awesome. It talks and it looks cute, and I didn't spend $150 buying my son a frickin' robot because I don't know what to do with it, because I lose my phone enough to my kids so he can play games. I don't really want to get him a robot that tries using my phone, but I will eventually. I'm sure it's going to be around for Christmas.
Yeah.
The other funny thing is, if you see the boxes are slightly different. The bigger boxes are more expensive, but surprisingly enough, they have less things in them. They're the same characters as far as I could tell. So this guy, they sell a Luke in this package. I've seen Finn in this package. I've seen other guys. This is like a $7.99 toy. But these are $12 for the bigger boxes. There's nothing in that box.
Well, those are strictly for collectible purposes only, Yeah, exactly.
The other clever, weird thing that they're doing is with these ones specifically, you can see this. And this guy comes with this little piece that doesn't really go with him.
So you gotta buy every other character to collect the pieces to make one or more toy.
Yeah.
See what they did there?
Yeah, see what they did there. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
But if you buy Constable Zuvio, the First Order Flame Trooper, and you buy Finn from Jakku, this one is actually Finn from Starkiller Base. You get all three of those guys. They can put together one plastic toy that then they can all ride on or something.
So it's like Voltron, but
yeah, I mean it's clever.
Everything sold separately.
Right. So it's clever. They get you to buy a couple extra things. I mean, it's kind of typical Star Wars. They know what they're doing.
The packaging Joe is what throws me off. It's like, just keep it, I mean...
Yeah, why are they different?
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally the same plastic guy as far as I can tell. There's no detail difference. There's no... he doesn't come with a package of guns or
were there
add-ons.
Were there exclusive toys per department store? Like Target had exclusive toy, Disney had their own exclusive toy. Like you couldn't get at one place or the other.
Not that I saw that. Nothing specifically exclusive. It was just that Disney had the bigger characters.
Oh, okay.
And nothing else. And then Target had the more playable stuff, and they had the Lego stuff and the Micro Machine stuff, which I'm super excited about.
Micro Machines.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, when I was little, they had little metal Star Wars guys. Like, I had a whole play set of little metal Star Wars guys. You guys are looking at me like I'm crazy.
I don't remember that.
I had the whole Hoth set, and it was tiny guys, and they were full die-cast metal dudes. And you could play your Star Wars as the little guys, and then you had the full size, the 3.75 size guys as well.
I bet you never swallowed any one of those.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was fortunate. I don't think I ever did. I know a lot of people who didn't want to buy those for those kids. I remember that being an issue. Yeah. But yeah, like, this was a lot of fun. And participating in something ridiculous like Force Friday was fun. You know, I have 2 kids. I brought them with me.
Oh, really?
And did this.
Oh my gosh.
And it was painful. Like there was a point where I'm like setting these up. I'm like trying to take a shot for Instagram in the back of my car, and one of the kids is crying, and the other one is like, he won't get in his car seat, so he's moving around in the car, and then the baby was crying. It was a little brutal, but it was fun to partake in. And it was fun to like watch it on Twitter. People are posting stuff. I watched the 18-hour video feed that they did on YouTube, where they did the unboxing, where they would go to different countries, and a different YouTube celebrity would get to unbox a new toy, and it was pretty awesome. To pull off that kind of stunt was awesome, and to do it with regular people, it was people who were in the Maker Network. I don't know how we get into that network, but we need to get into that network. If you guys want to comment below, we need Star Wars stuff. So, but they all got to unbox their stuff and tell you a little something about it. They did it in their native language usually.
Oh, okay.
So it was a little hard to follow sometimes. Yeah. But these apparently are big YouTube people. Like, I don't know. Like they said, one of the girls was like over 1 million views, and I don't even know what she does. She was in Brazil. She spoke totally Portuguese the entire time. But, brought out some cool toys. I would say the coolest toy I saw that I really liked was, I think it was the Escape from Jakku toy, which is, it's really weird. It's like a TIE fighter, and I think maybe the Falcon and something else, and it spins. And it's like they're flying around.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. There's some other ones that use like little holograms that shoot, you can you shoot things with it. There's a little TIE fighter toy that like you use to shoot things. They're really fun, and I mean, not that Disney or LucasArts needed another giant hit on their hands, but all of this seems pretty cool. And yeah, the only weird complaints I have is like the bizarre thing where you have to buy multiple guys to get certain toys. Right. The release of old characters as with new stuff.
New packaging.
It throws you off a little bit. I know Chewie is in both movies. Yeah. Or is going to be in the new movies.
But Boba Fett, on the back here, is
Boba Fett is a toy, and he's dead.
Well, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You think Chewie's gonna have, gray hair?
That's what I was wondering.
Like Han does.
I think they should age him.
Or like a streak somewhere.
Yeah. Cool. Gray Wookiees in the prequels.
Yeah.
They had the older general type Wookiees,
Yeah.
I mean, his story is weird anyway. Because apparently he's like a pretty respected guy, and then he's really just friends with Han Solo in most of the movies, So anyway, but yeah, that kind of does it for Star Wars. I don't know. I was gonna. Also, you guys should know these are not minted box toys. These will be destroyed in my house. Like Poe Dameron has been. has been like I had to find all the pieces before I came here. So like he comes with a little gun, which is gonna get lost. It's been lost like 9 times. My wife has gotten really good at finding it.
9 times.
My son drops it all the time. And here's Poe, and then every character comes with a helmet, which is super weird. But he's at least a pilot. This makes sense.
Yeah.
But Luke comes with one, and it's Luke in the black Return of the Jedi outfit, and he has like a jetpack. I don't know why he has a jetpack. Boba Fett has one. He's kind of in a giant jetpack already.
Mm-hmm.
Chewie has one. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But anyway, so that's my little micro review. I'll probably post some more stuff. Maybe even do like an unboxing or something like that, because I got 2 that are still in the box that are going to come out. Anyway, lay down, Poe. So moving on. All right, so now if we can turn away from opening my toys, Apple had a big announcement this week, and it was, I mean, it wasn't big. It wasn't like, hey, iPhone 7, but it was the 6 Plus is coming out, and as well as improvements to Apple TV and the Watch and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, 6S.
6S,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
6S and 6S Plus. So I guess we'll just start there with the
Do
new
they always
phones.
do that?
Yes.
Is it always the S and then, okay.
I think ever since 4.
4 and they did the 4.
No,
Well, they did
3.
the 3GS,
Yeah.
which is, I think, the first S series that they did.
Yeah, then from that point on, it was like 4, 4S, 5, 5S, and 5C, and then 6, and now 6.
Well, 5C was like a budget version.
Yeah.
So.
Right, yeah, that was like the cheap colored one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so basically each numbered iteration is going to be a new like redesign or something majorly different, like new chipset or something. And then the S is just going to be an improvement on that design. So for example, in this one, the new iPhone 6S and 6S Plus are going to have faster processing, better camera now. It's going to be able to shoot 4K video.
I saw that.
Which is amazing, but at the same time, kind of like, is it really needed in a phone?
I don't know.
64-bit processor, too.
Yeah, that's going to be the big kicker. Yeah. And did they up the RAM on that? This time around?
I don't know.
I don't think they really talked about that, did they?
Yeah, I mean, they did talk about, the 64-bit processor and the 12-megapixel cameras, the Force Touch.
Or not Force Touch, 3D Touch.
Yeah,
That's what they're calling it.
3D Touch?
Yeah,
Same.
stupid.
Yeah, but it's, basically what they use in the Apple Watch.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well,
So
I'm always weird about the 4K thing. Mm-hmm. Is this the same thing with GoPro? I love that it shoots it. I don't think my computer can handle it.
Right.
I can't edit 4K, I don't think. Or it has to be down converted.
Well, it'll take a long time.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too, is like, my TV's not 4K. The majority of televisions aren't 4K, but they're really getting 4K out there.
I mean, I guess I could see
The
if you want
content is
to
there.
shoot it and then quickly upload it to YouTube from your phone.
Yeah, if it's a
because
single-
YouTube does 4K now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but that would be the thing. I mean, I like to edit my stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what they're trying to push with this whole new suite of technology, is that they want you to use their apps and their software to also edit on your iPad, in your phone, and then shoot it off to your devices, because the new iPad Pro is all built around that.
Yeah.
It wants you to have that larger iPad, so it's pretty much take 2 minis and put them together, and that's how big the screen is. It's a 12.9-inch screen. It's actually some stuff is going to be more powerful than your laptop.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come. It doesn't come with, but you can add on for $100.
Yeah.
The Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
Which is much more than just a stylus, according to Apple.
According to them, yeah.
It'll do sensitivity, tilt, shading. Like, it does all kinds of stuff besides just point and drag.
It's $100 stylus. That's the way I see
Well,
it.
the other thing is the keyboard is $120. Mm-hmm. So they do that with the Surface Pro too, which is it's expensive, but I don't think it's that expensive.
No, it's way cheaper than that.
Apple has always been a premium product. They have good shit. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time I've seen them follow a Windows product. Am I wrong on that? Because the Surface Pro's been out
first. I mean, they gotta do it eventually.
They'll do it eventually, I guess.
Game,
But the Surface Pro's been out for 3 iterations. They're already on Surface Pro 3. I love the Surface Pro. I want that thing so bad. But it also runs into that same issue that the iPad had initially. Is this a laptop replacement?
Right.
They also said, I've seen a review on the bigger iPad, is you don't really want to carry this thing around. Like,
No.
it's big.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna play on it and you're gonna sit with it, but you should probably set it down. Like,
Yeah,
don't wander around.
It's for a
with
very niche market. Like you're working, you're using this to work. You're using this to shoot video, edit video,
Right.
take photos, edit photos, paint, draw, whatever.
Right, with the stylus, you do graphic design. Yeah.
I like what Jimmy Fallon said. He said that the iPad Pro is basically just going to be like, just an excuse to go to a sporting event and piss people off.
Oh God, yeah.
Or a concert.
Yeah,
if people start doing
concert,
this again with your iPad Pro,
Yes.
you all need to just die.
I'm fine with you taking a picture or whatever, but for the love of God, use your phone or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I always see old people with like their iPad doing this. I'm like, and here's the other thing: you're at a concert, you're never gonna play that video back for someone.
No.
Put your fucking phone down and remember it. All right,
Right.
It's gonna sound better in your memory than it does on your phone, because I've seen too many people go, "Hey, look at this! Oh yeah, that's distorted audio, and you're in the back row. Thanks a lot for this weird footage of things." Like,
you know what? My phone actually shoots. Well, I mean, the video's great, but the audio quality, even at like a concert
Is it
or
really?
something, is actually not bad at all.
if you got the right phone that can compress that sound, otherwise it just blows that mic out, and it
like,
just sounds over.
I've had other iPhones, like I had a 4, I had a 5, and the 5 was better than the 4 audio wise, but the 4 was just terrible. I took it to a couple of concerts and just distortion. You couldn't hear anything.
I mean, most of the time, I mean, they've gotten better at it, but still, I don't really want to watch on your phone a concert. I think it was clever. Like, I think it was there was a band who did it where they had everyone send their footage in, and then they cut it all together and made a music video.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think I want to say Spoon, but it might be Spoon.
Well, starting with the 5, I think they started putting like 3 different microphones on the phone. So I mean, there's one, the one that you talk into. There's one on the top, and there's one in the back.
Right. But I think they went that way for a while, because the HTC phone that I used to have had the double speakers, and they're like, look at all this stuff you can do. But it's not my main entertainment source. Like, I don't need to jam out with my phone. Like, I like that I have the Samsung S6. Now, I could turn it on and listen to it throughout my house. Now, the HTC prior to that, I had the HTC One, was not loud enough. It had 2 speakers, but if you walked more than 6 feet from it, you couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, with the iPad Pro, they're actually gonna have, first time ever, 4 speakers on
the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yes, and they said something where it'll recognize with the technology, like if you're holding it this way or this way, so it'll actually adjust the speaker sound from where it's coming from to make it correct, left, right.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
The other thing I wanted to cover too is the Apple TV.
Yes. Oh,
Like, you're an Apple TV owner.
Yes.
Right.
I have 2.
Like, I like it, but I like Roku for $35. I'm sorry, like, it's the same thing for the most part, except you get the niceness of Apple, the smoothness of what they do, and the fact that all their apps are going to work and be good. That's the
Not only
difference.
that, it's got Siri this time.
Yeah, you can
and
talk to
it's
it.
got a touchpad on the remote, which is pretty cool.
You can use game. You can do
You can
separate
do
gaming
games.
now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
I think-
the Fire Stick does it too, but they never advertised it. Because if you turn it sideways, it's a gamepad. The Fire Stick is for Amazon. But yeah, I mean, Apple has a much better library of stuff that you can do with that controller. Yeah. I have the Roku, and the Roku has games on it too, but it's like trivia games. But everyone's got to have a remote. Like, I don't know what you're going to do. Have all your friends bring their Roku remotes and play You Don't Know Jack in your house. But
what's really cool with the Apple TV is that anyone who has a iPod Touch or an iPhone has a remote.
Oh, cool.
So you can do multiplayer gaming that way.
Let me ask you this. With the TV, you can... it has a memory. They're issuing one that has 120 gigs and one that has like 32 gigs or something like that. What do you need a memory for?
Apps.
Just for apps?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
thought because mainly they're streaming, they're just connecting through your thing anyway.
Well, the new ones give you the ability to actually download apps.
Okay, so you can
previous
download
ones you
something?
couldn't actually download apps. Like every so often they'd put out updates that had new features and like like the HBO Go's and the ESPN apps and stuff like that. But with the new one, you can actually download apps onto the Apple TV.
Can you download
that
video?
you can interact with. I would assume so. I mean, if they have,
because I think it would be cool if you could throw a couple of movies on your stick.
Just
and then
take it
bring
wherever
it
you go.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to wonder like why the big memory. A handful of apps is not going to eat up 120 gigs. You know, like, and what apps do you actually use? Like, I have HBO Go, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon.
Yeah.
That's your main 4 right there. And then Disney's new app actually launches on Tuesday.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney is doing a streaming app.
Oh, really?
It'll be just like Netflix and all that other stuff. You pay a monthly fee, but you'll have access to all the stuff, and they're going to kick it off with Ultron as being the first big one they'll have on there.
Like all movies and TV shows, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I don't know much about it. I know it's hard to do when we're talking about this stuff. I like to do a little research, but I know that they are kicking their own streaming service off.
I might
So
have to
Disney
invest
will
in
have
that because I need a way to watch Rebels season 2.
Well, here's the other thing too: is if it's that, is it all the old movies too? Because Disney's always been bitches about that vaulting those stupid movies where you can't get Lady and the Tramp for 10 years or whatever.
And then it's like $70 on eBay for the DVD version.
It adds value.
Yeah. It's demand. We're creating demand. Yeah.
The only other news about Apple was that they revealed the update for the new Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Well, not new Apple, but just like version 2.0 for the
Will
software.
people buy it?
Well, they might now because now you can get your now fancy wristlets for it. You know, you can get more styles, more brands.
Sure.
They now have a new rose gold finish now instead of just
Nice.
black and silver. So
It's
maybe.
pink.
Yeah, it's pink.
Okay.
Not for
I remember
me,
a lot of people
but-
griped that famous people got different ones. Because they gave them to Beyonce and they gave them to a couple other people, and they were the gold.
Well, yeah, they
Well,
have
fans.
like, well, yeah, and they have
Maybe rich people were upset.
and they've always had. There's a company that'll actually gold plate your iPhone.
I've heard that, yeah.
So.
And like do custom stuff, like etching on the back and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, man, you can get one of those fancy Apple Watches too. You just got bony up, you know.
Oh,
like
okay. So they did have
hundreds
it
of
before.
thousands of dollars.
All right. Well, that kind of leads us into, and this is weird. We rarely cover stuff like this. Is Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
which this actually sounds interesting to me.
sounds
Like
cool.
I'm not a Pokemon guy.
I never was in the beginning either. I kind of dabbled in it a little bit when it first started, but I just lost track.
Yeah.
But this makes me want to get back into it. So
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is going to be an augmented reality app on your phone that you can actually search and capture Pokemon in the real world.
Right.
So you can walk around Las Vegas or San Diego or Los Angeles or wherever you're from, New York, and track Pokemon. And then capture them. Then you can trade them with other people. You can battle each other throughout the streets. It just sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a watch along with it, right? It's kind of it's a Nintendo watch.
Nintendo designed it and is slowly making it. It's like a wristlet that has a little Pokemon ball on it, and you can use it for like simple touch commands. And I think you can like swing your arm to throw a ball to capture the Pokemon,
Oh, really?
and like it'll notify you with a little beep or something that you're being summoned for a
Someone's
battle.
trying to-
Someone's trying to
Now,
challenge
do you know? Is it? Because I remember this was a big deal. They were trying to do. God, it was one of the handheld devices, where if you were in range of another person with the handheld device, you could then play each other.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
It's like that.
Like you'll have that, and then it'll ding that someone else has their Pokemon wristlet on, and you guys can battle or you guys can trade or whatever.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
I'm looking forward to getting this and taking it to Comic-Con next year.
Yeah,
oh
really?
my god.
You get that many people together? Like when we were at the GameStop Expo, one of the biggest lines we saw was the Pokemon booth.
Yeah.
And there was just like, and they were all cosplayers and crazy stuff from Pokemon. And I'm like, I forget how crazy popular that game is. And it's not just with kids. I mean, these are grown folks, like with their Pokemon stuff. And what it reminds me of is we have a crazy person that we work with that does those GPS games.
Oh,
you guys remember that?
Go find something?
Yeah, they hide a beacon out in the middle of nowhere.
That's
and then
crazy.
these guys like divine clues, and there's people driving, and they're on CB radios and stuff, and they're talking to each other. And then they go find it, and it's like this game. Like we've seen him at work. It looks like you're doing some terrorist shit because he's got a whole map of like a 3D map of Las Vegas, and he's like finding things and marking things, and you're like, dude, I don't know if you should be doing this at work, you know. But that reminds me of that, and I think that'd be a really cool thing. That Nintendo can drop a Pokemon somewhere and see who can find it, or you could get into like really hidden ones that are worth more. I mean, I don't know the Pokemon that much. I know that there's certain ones that are like almost undefeatable, like crazy Pokemons. But yeah, that just sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of cool. It's a cool. Leave it to Nintendo to come up with a new way to play stuff.
Yeah,
The only one I know of is Pikachu.
Yeah, I know Pikachu.
Bulbasaur. Squirtle.
Yeah, and I think there's like a weird little Mew is one.
Oh, Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, sorry.
I don't know, all this talk about Pokemon. I mean, what are they going to bring back next? Pogs?
Oh, I would love for
Pogs.
Pogs to come back. I was such a Pog master, dude.
Dude, I think I still have a drawer full of Pogs somewhere.
I don't know where mine are. I think they're at my parents' house somewhere.
I used to just like the Slammers. It was like the coolest thing.
I had a brass slammer that was
Really?
like this thick. It had like two little finger
Oh, really?
like indents in it, so you could like get a good grip on it. I mean,
that's cool, man.
Well,
I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, speaking of old stuff coming back, we found this list that are 20 films you might not know that are getting rebooted. And I think it's pretty interesting to see what they're thinking about trying to bring back and what we think is going to make it, not going to make it.
Well, this list is also a little old. So.
It is it is older, yeah.
But, I mean, this was prompted because Ronda Rousey has been signed to do Roadhouse.
Yes.
So they're going to reboot Roadhouse with a female lead. And, you get the baddest female on the planet to do it. I think it's good. I'm actually like kind of stoked about it. I will grow my mustache back and see if I can get to be the Sam Elliott character. He's getting a little old, so I mean, I'm throwing my hat in the ring into the casting.
Why not, right?
Wow. Yeah.
So, first one on the list here is War Games. Think they should reboot that one?
I think you could, just because of technology.
Right.
Because I mean, that thing is fucking dated. But it's like DOS OS, and they're like.
But they do say in the description that it would be updated to like today's technology, and I think that would be cool.
Yeah, there's plenty of hacker.
Don't think I'd like to see Matthew Broderick do it just because.
No. He's not
just
aging well.
As the older he gets, the creepier he gets.
You can make a little cameo, like they're trying to hack him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you always got to do the throwback, and you got to bring him up for some reason. Give him the Stan Lee cameo. Of, wandering through the background of a shot.
Now, I know this one kind of hit a heartstring for you.
Yes.
Commando.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't remake that movie. I don't care if you put The Rock in it or whoever.
Oh, that would be amazing.
It'd be fine, but that movie is terrible and awesome at the exact same time. He murders an entire army by himself.
What about Predator?
No, don't mess with that one either. Like Predator, I could see a little bit more. Yeah. Just because the Predator is still kind of alive in the movie world, because they did the recent ones with Adrian Brody and all that stuff.
Predator also.
Yeah, I love those. Well, I loved the one, actually. The rest of them were pretty much garbage. But Commando was so ludicrous. That it was really the height of those 80s just crazy action films. And I don't think you should mess with that one.
Well, I don't know. They did redo, was it not Rocky Balboa, John Rambo, remember? When they brought that back? Yeah. And the same thing, it went back to the roots where you just kill everybody. Yeah,
I love that he was completely indestructible. He flips a car over by himself at one point. The catchphrases, they don't do catchphrases anymore. No one could do it anymore, the way Schwarzenegger did it. I would just leave Commando alone.
It's the accent.
I think it is. It gives it odd, gravity to what he's saying, that he's from another country. He might say some shit like that.
This is one I'm actually curious, but also too, I don't know if they can ever redo it, but Overboard. Yeah. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
I have super fond memories of that
movie. I love this movie. This is so good.
I love the movie too, but I'm not really too thrilled about J-Lo being cast in Goldie Hawn's role. I think Kate Hudson would have been awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's such an obvious casting choice, I know. Yeah. But J-Lo, I'm all for her falling into water and getting out of water wet and having clothes cling to her.
J-Lo's already enough of a diva. Don't have her play a diva.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Maybe that is better casting, I think.
But at the same time, too, though, this kind of doesn't really work anymore in today's world because of the technology we have now. They could find her records easily.
Yeah, I know.
And,
I didn't think about that. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of people wandering around not knowing who they are anymore. You could probably, especially if you're rich and famous, which her character would be. Yeah. She fell off a boat.
But she gets amnesia, so she doesn't know she's.
That's true, but also isn't part of it Kurt Russell keeps her from knowing who she is for a
while?
Oh yeah, because he's kind of into her.
Well, zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Oh my, what a wonderful slave.
That's such a good.
That's
movie.
Awesome.
Now this one I really hope they don't bring back unless they just can't do it. Porky's.
Yeah. And I heard Howard Stern is attached to it.
Not only is he attached to it, but it's going to be titled Howard Stern's Porky's.
You got. Here's what I will say: it's got to be full R.
Yes.
Don't go half-ass on it.
It's got to be like NC-17 or something.
go the full go if you're gonna go. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of these are time and place movies, and Porky's is very much that.
Yeah.
You know, again, and don't move it forward in time.
No.
It takes place, I believe, in the 60s or 50s.
Yeah,
I think it's
like
the
that,
early
but-
60s.
Yeah.
It's got to stay there.
Yep.
If you do it now, you are walking on a lot of eggshells. Like, trying to see ladies naked is not quite as fun as it used to be.
The locker or the showers with the glory hole.
Yeah,
I
with
mean,
the glory hole. I don't know. Yeah, but like I said, go full R, go full crazy, because the crazier you get, the funnier it would be.
Right.
And the more ludicrous it is, the less probably people you're gonna piss off. Yeah. But yeah.
Now, what about Drop Dead Fred? Do you guys ever care about that movie? Like,
I like that movie. I did like it. Phoebe Cates is always good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if a reboot of that is necessary.
especially with Russell Brand.
Yeah.
I can
get
totally
it.
see
I can
Russell
see him
Brand
doing it.
playing that part. Though.
Yeah.
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 That's like right up his alley.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. But yeah.
I don't know.
What else you got?
What about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Not without Rick Moranis. Sorry.
See, I could see that one though.
Yeah, with today's technology, that'd be kind of cool.
today's technology, but
But
Rick
would it be
Moranis
more
is going to
fun?
come out of retirement, and
Yeah.
he just made that movie. I mean,
Yeah.
his character, and like just
Yeah.
it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
They kind of did. Was it the third one that they made that was kind of in later times? It was more modernized, and
Yeah.
it was the parents got shrunk instead of the kids.
Yeah.
And that one was okay.
Right. Because
Right.
it was what? Shrunk the Kids, blew up the baby.
We Shrunk Ourselves.
We shrunk ourselves.
Yeah. So I think if they kind of went back and just did the traditional, like, hey, I shrunk the kids, and they're back in the grass and everything, like something you don't
Yeah.
see typically. Because I think the problem with the third one was that they were in a house. I was like, well,
Yeah.
how special can a house be? Like, oh, you got stairs, or
Yeah.
giant. Wow, okay. But like the wonderness, the mystique and wonderness of the first one was that you're in the grass. There's
Right.
rocks. There's
And they
creatures.
ride an ant and they
Yeah.
ride a bee.
Exactly.
That stuff would be fun too with more updated technology.
Like
but
Ant-Man?
also don't go crazy. Don't go beyond too practical.
Yep.
The weird animatronic ant looked like a real ant. You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
It was pretty legit. Like I like that. I think that would be that one's primed to be rebooted, especially because of the kid factor
Yeah.
and the fact that it would just make a ton of money.
All right.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah. One more I want to just touch on real quick is Police Academy.
Yeah,
That could work.
the police need some positive PR right now. So
yeah, and I mean, I've always been a big fan of Police Academy.
Yeah.
I love those
Yeah.
movies, and sure they got a little cheesy towards like 6.
yeah.
But
Once Gutenberg was like, I've had enough, then you're starting to stretch it.
although Tackleberry died.
Did he really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Not in the movie, in real
Oh,
life.
yeah,
but I can't remember his name, but
I can see Will Ferrell like pulling off the Tackleberry.
Sure.
character.
I think if Farrell and all those guys, the Funny or Die guys,
Yeah.
all got in on that as the
Oh, and,
core 7 or 8.
what's his name? Michael Weatherly. What is his
Michael
name?
Winslow.
Winslow.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah. If I know he's still alive, but I mean, you can't do Police Academy.
Yeah,
without
I
him.
don't think you could do it without him.
Yeah.
But I could see like bringing. I always call him Chang. What's his name?
Chang?
Dr. Ken.
Oh,
Ken,
yeah.
Yeah. I could see him in there. You could throw him in as one of the. There was an Asian character.
Yep.
But he was like a weird karate stereotype.
I think.
I wonder if Bobcat Goldthwait, we could bring him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, you could throw it if you had that right core, and this would be perfect for those Adam McKay movies because
Yeah.
they have meandering storylines.
Yeah.
And like you watch Anchorman, you watch like specifically Talladega Nights. They really didn't pull that movie together until the very end.
No.
They're kind of like, hey, he's got a rival, but hey, we want to make jokes with the kids for a half hour. Like Adam McKay movies like really wander and then finally end. But like with that, you got a cast of like 7 or 8 people. That could be killer.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how they do it. But yeah. I think that's gonna wrap. We're gonna have to wrap it up. We're getting long here. One thing we do want to tease, though, is Destiny Taken King.
Yeah, it gets released on Tuesday the 15th, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, it's Green Alpha is my Twitch handle. I'll be streaming at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because that's when it gets released here for my time zone. So I'll be doing a pre-show 30 minutes beforehand. But yeah, I'll be streaming right off that, right when it gets launched. I'll be playing it just to kind of get through it and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I think that's going to be awesome. We'll hopefully get you guys a bunch of gameplay footage. We'll be capturing like crazy on that because I have it too. It'll be dropping for me. Are you pre-ordered on that too?
No.
Because you have PlayStation.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I don't think I'm going to pre-order it, but I'll get it eventually.
But then also for Twitch, if you want to follow me, I'm Matt the Noob PGP. Me and Eric will shepherd me through the initial like power run of that game because I'll get my level 25 and you'll take me through the beginning.
Yeah, because you have not played the game at all. So
I played the demo. So I got to the tower. That's as far as I got.
Cool. Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, that about does it for episode 9. So remember, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. If we get anything else social media wise, we'll let you know. But that's about it. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Take it easy.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the show, but we'd like to hear from you. So please leave a comment below and tell us something you'd like to see on an upcoming show or your thoughts and feelings. Or you can tell us that we suck. Maybe don't do that, because we're a little fragile.